So my idea of a vegan world is basically a world with a lot less suffering in it for all beings who can suffer, who are able to suffer. In the first place, I'm thinking about animals. And I think it's actually very easy to make things a lot better for literally hundreds of billions of animals. We simply have to make a big change in our diets. That's all we have to do. If we stop eating them, they stop suffering. But there are other good effects of this as well, of such a shift as well. Animal agriculture is, as you may know, one of the biggest causes of any major environmental problem, from climate change to deforestation to loss of biodiversity, water pollution, etc. And it would also be a very good idea generally for our health. Especially people in rich countries are eating way too many animal products, and we can create healthier diets for them that way. So I think it's a solution, or it's an intervention that can create a lot of good on a very big scale for an incredibly high amount of beings. So yeah, I contrast pragmatism with idealism, and the idealistic approach that most vegan activists would take would be go vegan for the animals now. And a more pragmatic approach, the approach that I suggest, would be a bit different. And differences are the following. First of all, I say that incremental change bit by bit, is great as well. And we can as well talk to people about reducing their consumption of animal products rather than just eliminating it. And many people who reduce their consumption will create system change faster than a tiny amount of people who are vegan. And that amount of people who are vegan, it's actually growing only quite slowly. But what is growing much more faster is the amount of people who reduce their consumption, who eat more and more plant-based products. Second reason, or the second pragmatic factor, is that any reason for change is good. It doesn't have to be for the animals. It can also be for environment, for health, for selfish reasons, whatever, all is fine. And thirdly, it's important not just to focus on people's motivations, on like their efforts to change, but also on the alternatives that they have. The more and the better the alternatives there are, the less effort is required. And most people don't want to make much effort, so we have to focus also on making it easier for people to change. One thing in vegan activism that strikes me as a bit problematic sometimes is the fact that there's often an all or nothing attitude. You're vegan or you're not, you have to be perfect, do it 100%. And I don't think that's very productive. I think that turns a lot of people off. So we could also talk about reduction and talking about imperfect veganism and things like that. And secondly, there's also an attitude, a very negative attitude towards big food companies. I do love small idealistic companies who do it for the right reasons, who have their heart in it, etc. But if we truly want this revolution to happen, then we also will need the help of big companies like McDonald's and KFC and Unilever and Danone. We will need them all. And of course, their primary function or their primary purpose as a company is to make money, but that's also okay. I think we should be happy, and vegans should be happy, that finally people can make money with selling vegan products. So that's actually a very good thing for this change to speed up.